It's Week 18 of the National Football League. And here's the pick artist himself, Trayvon Diggs, who's really putting up incredible numbers all season. 11 interceptions so far. It's the Snowhawks and the Redwoods. And it comes your way next on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the state capital of California, the Gold Rush city of Sacramento. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Snowhawks of Brooklyn and the Sacramento Redwoods. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Sacramento team as we enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, here's the former Florida Gator, Eddie Pinheiro, to get us started. And off we go from the California capital. And able to get this out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie cornerback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that...
They start the drive with Cook. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On the ground, it's Wilson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. You look at this defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction, because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now back to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. T.J. Watt with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And complete right side to Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on third down. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 14-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the... And it's caught. Touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redwoods take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Again, it's Robinson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. But you look at this defense. They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe him for a second.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for the touchdown. Christian Kirk, 76 yards. And the Snowhawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Second and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll get this one complete to Davis. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A little short pass. This is Everett. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. Here's Jordan Stout now. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Now, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Here's Lance. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 7-7, our score after 1. Sacramento with the football here as we get set to begin quarter 2. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Reed. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Back to throw here. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Patterson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Lance looking to throw it. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Now Lance. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out, and he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 23 yards on the play.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. At that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? The throw over the middle, taken in. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Back to throw again.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From midfield, here's Lance. Cooks on the quick slant.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Robinson will try to pick it up.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
And now the young man has it. It's a fake. He stiff arms it. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
I'm not sure that the surprise was that they actually faked it. That's classic territory to go ahead and do it. The surprise to me is that they were successful. I'm not sure the defense was really prepared.
And now they're going to keep the drive alive here. Really big play on the fake punt. Taron Johnson made the stop.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Throwing now is Lance. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard.
At the 29-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. A little short pass. This is Everett. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
Brought down by Taylor West.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Robinson up the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 3rd and 5. Lance now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. He'll get it across midfield down to the 49.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Play action. Now it's Lance. And this is going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Or it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
At the 45-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Khalil Mack buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Left side, Cook. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
Patterson's kick is good.
And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they doubled that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Lance now on first down.
He gets it to Cooks. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Here's Lance to throw it.
In trouble, and he's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Oh, the return is Reed.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Sacramento's offense once more.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes after something. That's good for you.
Not one that I've ever met.
They're not going to get
out to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We are back now in Sacramento, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Here's Cook again.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Cook up the gut. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Now a 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Riley Patterson on. A lot of pressure on this kick.
This to make it a 2-score game.
Patterson's kick is good.
And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First down, Brooklyn.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And Lance going to throw.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Again, it's Lance. That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the fourth quarter. we've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 11-yard line.
Here's Lance. This will be caught just inside the 10. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Lance looks to throw again. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. Lance looking to throw it. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. 3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Now Lance. Escaping the pressure. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Trey Lance taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Snowhawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season is going, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook to about the 40-yard line. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 6. And he completes it to Wilson. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Cook with a run on 1st down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a 1st down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory. And they'll indeed take a knee.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Handoff comes to Cook.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Oh, we all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done. A narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for Sacramento, it was too little, too late as they finish off the regular season with a mark of 7-10. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, it will indeed be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 7-10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.